Wanna play? Careful what you ask for.
Hello and welcome to my first Starcraft 2 cast. Not a live cast, but a real cast. That would be me, TrojanVirus, and I was playing a very nice guy called birdfood, and we had a very nice match here. And I'm gonna go cast it right here. I'm building 2 drones at the moment while he is building a probe. He's up here. We are playing on Metalopolis. And there you see our information. We're both at 9 supply. There he has Chrono Boost actually that he could have used already. So not on top of his Chrono Boost. Getting up a probe. I am just a drone got pulled. I had a little trouble with my extractor there, I guess. And I canceled it because I was just using it to get an extra drone, even though the Overlord came out right away, so a little bit of oversight on my part. Birdfood sitting there doing not much special at the moment. He could have had that probe mine once, probably. He's building a gateway now. I'm still droning up. I'll just call me TrojanVirus. I'll act like it's not me. He is finally chrono boosting now, birdfood, and TrojanVirus starts getting up a spawning pool back in his main at 13 supply, and he is also getting up an extractor. Birdfood also just behind in supply, and he has a gateway and a pylon, and now another gateway, completing his wall off. Nothing's gonna be able to get through there. And so he has 2 gateways building. On the other hand, TrojanVirus has an extractor, and he also has a probe and 2 drones. And his spawning pool is almost ready. He's getting an assimilator, a zealot, a single zealot, and a gateway still warping in. I am still in Bronze League, so this is a very low level game. Don't expect much. Not much to expect. Both of them at their supply cap, except I just spawned in. TrojanVirus just spawned in another Overlord. He's warping in a pylon, so he's a little bit supply boxed at the moment. And now 4 Zerglings coming out. It's quite a bit of Zerglings. There's a drone and a queen now, all coming out at the same time. Well, he's building 2 more zealots, and a probe has a zealot down here at his expansion, and he's chrono boosting out another one. He has a nice pylon placement here. He's getting a cybernetics core now. As you can see, nothing special happening here. Just getting up there. Now, TrojanVirus is a little bit lower on supply than birdfood. He's morphing his lings here. He must be confused about which base birdfood is at. So now he knows which base it is. At this point, there are 3 zealots already on the move. Hatchery expanding down here for TrojanVirus. He's also getting up a Roach Warren, an Overlord, and 2 more drones. A zealot still coming out now, trying to get some warp gate tech, and another pylon. Queen, he's getting all of his stuff here. Here he goes up the ramp, just trying to get some scouting information. Probably not going to see much. All he knows is that there are 2 gateways there and a cybernetics core. So that is a very standard. And but birdfood doesn't know anything. Doesn't even know where TrojanVirus is. So better scouting on his part. So he's going to move those 4 zealots out. That could be an annoying attack once he gets here. But he does have 3 roaches finally out with that little roach rush. He's a little low though. He is finally getting metabolic boost. It's a little bit late for him to get that. Getting out another queen, probably from this, yes, from this second base. Zealots still haven't found TrojanVirus. 2 stalkers now are out. And he's getting a Twilight Council. So an early Twilight Council Here come 2 stalkers. Here come 4 zealots, all converging here. I think this number of roaches, though, that's 7 roaches are going to be easily going to be able to deal with this. He's getting an evolution chamber, 3 more roaches, all popping now. Metabolic boost just finished. Getting his Twilight Council, his stalker, and another warp gate. All these roaches are easily going to be able to take care of this force. And bird food with 2 stalkers here. He's needlessly going to lose that stalker, and he might lose this one. No, he's not. It's going to run away. Bird food very low on supply now. He's so many minerals and pylons. He has these the stalker dance around here a little bit. That's interesting. Very interesting. He's gonna finally end up there, but he's just gonna pull back his roaches, realizing that's futile to go and follow that. Good decision. He's getting blink. He's researching blinking out a few more stalkers, which easily warp in. 2 zerglings coming out now. 5 more roaches. An overlord. So he's gonna have a nice large. Does not like that Menk statue. Queen just sitting here chilling out. He has a lot of energy. This queen could just 2 more energy away, and a little bit late on that spawn larva. Let's see when he does that. Drones, 8 drones spawning now, trying to saturate this base. Evolution chamber finally up. Missile attacks not being researched yet, even though he has a lot of roaches. Now he's getting the Dark Shrine, he's getting the Stalker Robotics Facility, Gateway, and Blink. And here's an Extractor. He's morphing up to a lair and just some more drones. So he thinks he's going to play a little bit more of a defensive game. And up here we're going to see plenty of Stalkers. That's 8 Stalkers. If we look at the units tab, yeah, it's 28 drones against 25 probes, 6 stalkers against all of these units. Look at resources. Resources are being much more highly gained for bird food, and but the supply is much in his favor. Here comes a warp prism. Here comes a gateway. A lot of things warping in. My graphics are having a tough time for some reason. Hitting the 10-minute mark, 73 supply to 48 supply. You know that this is a bad situation when there's so much supply. You could probably attack right now, and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. He's getting some Spore Callers, that Dark Shrine. If he would have attacked right now, that would have been the end of the game. But no, he's not going to. Let's look at just some minerals right now. We see minerals in Trojan's favor. Gas, just about equal, so not much there. Getting up another Extractor, some more Zerglings, a Forge, and a first Observer coming out for bird food. 4 warp gates here, all warping in some Zealots, and finally his first 3 Dark Templar coming out now. Here are quite a few roaches. How many roaches? That's almost a full page of roaches. So that's going to be just about 23 roaches. Now he's finally moving out. This is probably the worst timing. He's leaving his base. But he's going to maybe take... No. Oh, this Observer. Here comes all of his units. What's happening? Oh, he's just in this corner. No vision. Is he going to make it back there? No. He's going to find this whole group unprotected, going to attack this pylon. That's going to get taken out, not even cancelled. This Nexus is probably going to get cancelled here. And where are his units? They're finally pulling back, so they're in between here. He pulls those back, gets this nice surround. Oh, these Dark Templar are not even going to be contested. All these roaches are going to tear through these, but the Dark Templar, all 5 of these Dark Templar, are going to get eaten away. Are going to eat away, rather. And he's probably just realizing something's not right. He's pulling back. He's getting an overseer or two. He's getting 2 overseers and a spire now coming up, and just about finished. 3 more roaches now, and this observer just taking a peek over 4 warp gates he sees. He sees no air defense. Definitely means that his decision is a good one, but no production happening right now. He's down to 52 supply out of his 116 cap. Bird food still lower than him though, very bad. And TrojanVirus says nice, because that was a very, he liked that Dark Templar, which he's only left with 3 after the he gets rid of them. But he's building 6 Mutalisks. But look at this mineral supply. Easily should have been managed a little bit more. Getting 5 roaches, 6 Mutalisks. You realize he wants to have a dual force. Here's just a stalker. This observer just checking things out. Bird food. Bird food sees not much. Not good map control here. Doesn't see anything in the base. He knows nothing. He's making a few units though. He is researching ground weapons, but I'm surprised at all of his decisions here. He's finally putting up a Nexus, even though he's not really saturated, but he does have everything he needs here. 86 now. Zerg are just so good at refilling their supply. Ground weapons, some stalkers, an assimilator, a pylon, and that nexus. But he is upgrading his flyer attacks while massing up on his defensive roaches. Plus he has this overseer, and he still has this 3rd hatchery coming up now for TrojanVirus. And he's putting up photon. Good defense, not the best location for these things. These 2 pylons can be easily focused down. But there are so many photon cannons here. Only 1 Dark Templar, because he realizes that is gone. And he's not teching up. He's not doing much. He's just defending, which is probably the worst thing you can do right now. He's letting TrojanVirus tech up while he adds no additional tech. He's just adding air defense, which is a good idea. He's just sending in these roaches, trying to take out some land, decides better of it. Does not want to take on all of those stalkers, and he saw those photon cannons, so he's just going to stake out here. He's sending these mutas. He sees that observer, but he can't take it out. So he brings this observer over, and he's gonna. All right, he brings this overseer over, so he can get this observer out of there, get rid of it. So he now he knows he has air. He's building 5 more Mutalisks, and all he's doing is spawning in some more stalkers. Which stalkers, their mobility is terrible. So Mutalisks, they can just pop in here, fly back, especially with this natural in the position that it is. Tries pushing in again, does not like that spot there. Still no production right now for either. They're just waiting for some minerals, perhaps. TrojanVirus almost doubling bird food's supply count, though, so it would be very difficult for him to lose. A few stalkers scattered around now because he did see those Mutalisks, and they are massing right there with all of his roaches on land there. Roaches, no upgrades, but the Mutalisks do have Glaive Worm, which it's a damage of 10 right now because it is upgraded. Just some roaches chilling out there. The expansion is quiet. TrojanVirus is supply blocked at the moment. Observer coming out. More probes coming out. A spine claw for defense. Another Mutalisk. And 6 overlords. He's probably upset at the supply block. He doesn't want to be supply blocked again in the near future. Some more just chilling out here. Probably worried because he does not have good map vision. Oh, he's attacking up here. He gets fended away by these stalkers. But he says, oh, you can just pull your stalkers. I'll just hang around with my plenty of mutas, and I'll just wait for you, and I'll send as much stuff as I can at you. So, units lost. Let's take a look at this. Or rather, let's take a look at it with units killed. Units killed. Birdfood killed 40 units, but TrojanVirus is economy is just so much better. Look at all the minerals and gas he has. He can build 4 more mutas. He's building 6 at the moment. Whenever he has this huge army of mutas, he's just going to be able to plow through all of these stalkers. Workers killed 3 for TrojanVirus, only 1 for birdfood. I don't remember. It must have been at the beginning with a scout. Get rid of that. All of these probes are gone. They're going to get warp prismed down to the natural. And we're going to get that down. So I'm going to get out of here. We see the mutas still flying around there. Nothing special happening at the towers. Still just chill out. Little zergling, just keeping defense. Wants to see everything that's going on. 9 roaches now coming out for TrojanVirus, and another queen. Finally getting this base fully saturated. That's a nice move. Getting a queen out there as well. Still has a queen here as a macro hatch. Still has not done much with his tech. He might want to go for a greater spire at some point, but he doesn't know that he doesn't need that, because birdfood is just stalling with his tech. He really needs to increase his numbers. His economy is just not good enough. 1 base versus 2 mining bases and 3 hatches. Just impossible for him to come back at this point. TrojanVirus just needs to pull the trigger. Look at all these roaches. Oh, finally making an attack with these 2 pages of mutalisks. Sorry, rather, only 1 page. Just about 20 mutalisks here. They're just plowing through, and they do have 1-0 upgrades. So look, they're just going to take out, they came to decide what to take out. They want to take out the air defense first. Gets rid of that. The roaches still haven't moved in. That's surprising. Want to take out this dark shrine, but they decide not to. Yeah, they changed their mind. They want to get rid of these things that are attacking them. Another warp gate goes up. That's a little interesting. It doesn't have the minerals to support that. Here comes... it's just definitely gone. The game is over. There's a GG. I know that we talked a long time about what he could have done, and we're not really sure. He did not have enough units. His max was 68, while Trojan's was 158, almost 100 supply lead. He didn't even send in his roaches. I was just wondering about his credentials, because he did play a good early game going for the early tech, but after that he stalled, and I didn't even realize it until I watched this. He had to tech up. He could have gotten a mothership. He could have expanded even, because these roaches were not watching. I just had a roach at each of these bases near the end. He could have easily moved in, expanded, and he could have kept up his economy, and at this point the game has been lost. You can see I said he should have teched up the carriers, could have taken out my many mutalisks. He could have harassed me, but I kept kept him there. Made sure I had an overseer. He should have expanded. He just had mineral fields doing nothing for him. No mineral fields left at his main, and I don't even know if he had any upgrades at all for his things. He has 1 DT still sitting around, and I haven't looked at APM actually. Let's see the APM. At the moment, clearly much higher APM for me, but no APM at this point. Interesting. So actually I'm gonna go back. I want to see the APM. Earlier in this game, I'm actually just gonna jump to mid-game, see what the APMs compared like. I mean, APM is not that important. It's it's basically your clicks, how many decisions you make a minute, kind of. So if you're making 2 decisions a second, you'll have 120. It's how many times you're clicking. So like at the beginning, I think my APM would be skyrocketing, because I asked click to get clicking. And yeah, there I am, 140, 150. I click constantly. As soon as it's going to go way up, because I'm typing there, then it's just going to go, I'm going to spam ST, so that I'm selecting and droning up constantly. I guess it's not that high. That's interesting, though. So, yeah, these are just some things that you can look at. APM 168 at this point. I'm just trying to make decisions. I'm moving in. Yes, definitely with the micro. You can see the micro. He's not microing anything. He could be pulling back. He should. Oh, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. A lot of lag. But I'm making decisions. I'm focus firing. And he does scale it back. He starts focus firing, but with his DTs. But it's all those lots of decisions that you have to make. Having a high APM doesn't mean you're better just because you have a higher APM, but if you have a really low APM, it could mean that you're not too great. Birdfood did put up a good fight. At this point was his closest because he had these DTs. He had to expand on that, but he couldn't because I had overseers. So after that point, he was just done. He could have, this was his chance. If he would have done something right here, he could have expanded twice here, or just expanded even once. He should have expanded. He would have easily had a chance, but he didn't, because he didn't expand. So, there it is. I hope you watched this bird food. I told you I'd put this up, and those are just my thoughts. You should have teched up and expanded when you had the advantage. And see, I just your one chance, then I pass you up there, 70 to 38. Like I said, APM is not important. A lot of this isn't important, and you see, you have minerals, army supply, all these things that you can look at. The most important thing is that your strategy and your build order is good, and that you know what you should be doing at all times. I know it's one thing to be able to know what you're doing, though, and to do it. And talking to you after the game, I think that you'll start knowing how to get your tech working. So, after that long talk, I will see you later. I hope you enjoyed this little cast. Thought I was pretty good at it. Tell me if you want to see more. Happy Halloween. And have a good day. See ya.